So just to set the stage, you could think of there's almost like a law of physics in blockchains that if you try to bridge or bring assets, in this case, you try to bring Bitcoin, the asset from the layer one, into another ecosystem. If you're going across this line, which is a different consensus layer, then definitively you are adding some form of trust assumptions there. And so no amount of BitVM, ZK, cryptography magic can overcome this essentially law of physics. So if you try to take Bitcoin and you try to bridge it into build on Bitcoin, like Bob, or a side chain which uses a different consensus system, or name your favorite blockchain, nothing can ultimately solve that. BitVM can improve it and make it pretty good, but you ultimately have this kind of trust assumption. The only way that you can get the absolute best trust assumptions is if you're actually building a rollup, because a rollup inherits the consensus of the underlying layer it's built on. So a rollup uses Bitcoin layer one's consensus. And that's what kind of differentiates something like what we're building, Strata and Citrea, which are Bitcoin rollups, versus everything else. Anything else that says that they're using BitVM, there's kind of an asterisk next to it and it says, well, you're using that, but like you're still introducing some form of trust assumption. So if you want to do this the proper way, and in my humble opinion, your initial layer above Bitcoin has to be a rollup because it inherits that same consensus. Someone like Alexi, who again, we really respect, would say that is true, but we have to be pragmatic and we have to build in the Ethereum ecosystem because that's where all the network effects are and that's where all the liquidity is. And so I think they're more comfortable foregoing the trust assumptions for more of the business argument. The most pure version is going to be a Bitcoin rollup that uses a BitVM2 style bridge.